Hello everyone, welcome to a new episode of Brew with Memli. We continue our back to basic, and this time we're going to talk about the mise en place, which is everything we do prior to brewing our coffee. The coffee I'll be using today is a Colombian Java carbonic maceration for 96 hours, and it is a beautiful coffee from El Vergel in Tolima, Colombia. It has a lot of melon, pomegranates, berries, rose, so great, nice and sweet flavors. All right, let's start by folding our filter. So the wrong way, which is actually the classic way, is to fold along the edge and just place it there. Have a slight little, I'll zoom in to see that, a very slight angle, not too big, just a slight one. And knowing where you fold it, that will allow me to know in what direction I'm going to pour. And I like to also put the tab in my opposite way and then hold it when I'm going to wet my peppers. Let's do the pepper rinsing stage. My lazy side, I'm just going to put my paper. I will hold the paper and snug it on the dripper. Have an even pattern of air pocket ridges. So here you can see how there's slightly more uniformity and pattern of air pocket and ridges rather than here, where we can see, you see here, a little bit of inconsistency. Let me see that here as well. So as you can notice, there's some inconsistent pattern that we can picture out here. Now, an important part really is to remove the water. And I know this can be a little bit obvious, but sometimes we often forget that part. And I like to really rinse it quite well, because that can also affect a little bit the taste. For rinsing my water, I'm using tap water. And for here, I'll just put it down like this. But you see there's some remaining here if you are not careful. Next step of our mise en place is actually already done. It's filling the kettle. And when you are filling your kettle, make sure you fill above 50%. Why? Because by filling your kettle at a low volume, it dissipates heat quicker. A larger volume will take longer to lose its energy, its temperature. So I always fill it up to 50% or more, depending on how much coffee I'm going to make. Let's make the coffee and come back with some taste result, if there's any. After the filter folding, after discarding the water properly, filling the kettle properly, let's create a little bird nest. And when you create a bird nest, make sure not to stick the chopstick all the way down. It's going to obstruct the flow. And so just gently creating those patterns. Let me show you how it looks like. So here we have a proper one, very gently made, and here, you know, with a little pushing. Now, can we taste difference with the same exact recipe, same water, same grind size, same everything, just a different attention to detail? That's what we're going to figure out. I'm not going to taste or smell those now. We will go straight into my favorite exercise, triangulation. Let's go. Yes, here we go. So, what can we tell about this coffee? This was the first one. So this was the one where I made it slightly better, and those one were the lazy version. What we can tell, well, besides the flavors are really the same here. We will have both. It starts with a lot of rose water, raspberries, nice pomegranate kick, and melon tropical texture. But on the experience, it makes, I don't know how to explain that, but it makes the coffee less spiky, less intense, and a little bit rounder. If you familiar with Kiki and Buba, it makes it less Kiki, slightly more Buba. It just makes the overall experience slightly more enjoyable. Instead of the acidity starting on your tongue and spiking and then slowly smoothing down, it has like a round approach on the brightness and on the texture. So that was, I'll prove that was our little experiment, and I did that with 3 other coffees. So it's not a massive research once again, but try it at home. Make a coffee with all our recommendations, folding the cover, folding the filter properly, placing it properly on your dripper, rinsing it properly, discarding it properly. When you're making your bird nest, don't press it down. Fill halfway the kettle. And then another one where you're a little bit faster and a little bit lazy, and see if it adds a little bit of, roundness to the cup. Blindly, I could taste a little difference. It's a little hard. I did it with a natural Ethiopian and a washed Honduras as well. And this is our newest Colombian Java carbonic maceration from Hervergel. So go ahead and you can now order this wonderful coffee on our website. But of course, it needs more tests and research to validate this little assumption. So do it at home. Let me, I don't know if this will work, for example, if it was a medium roast or a darker roast, or if it was a very low grown coffee or super fermented, co-fermented coffee. This is the mystery of coffee. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. And see you next time for more brewing.